Welcome, everyone. We are so glad you are here. This is Dale Hatchell and Elizabeth Burt, and we are all things about healthy weight. We've both had wonderful transformation stories, and we just want to share with everybody and share some great information tonight. So thank you so much for being here. And I will try to get this slide going. There we go. There Elizabeth and I are in Italy together. I just love this picture, and it just brings smiles to me every time I see it. But we are a mother-daughter business team, and we have been loving Shaklee products. I have been loving Shaklee products for 42 years now, and Elizabeth was in my womb. I was already in Shaklee and taking Shaklee products, and just been using the products for 42 years and loving them. Haven't been doing the business that long, but been doing the business for 9 years with Elizabeth, and we're having an amazing time. We've both transformed our health and our shapes, and utilizing the Shaklee 180, which is what we're really here to talk about tonight. And we are passionately helping others and their health and their wealth endeavors. It just brings us so much joy to be offering and creating options and hope for ourselves, our families, and for other people as well. Shaklee has been around, the corporation has been around for over 60 years, but Dr. Shaklee has been innovating products and forwarding that through after his death with Shaklee for 100 years. And Dr. Shaklee founded this company, like I said, 60-something years ago, and he actually formulated the first multivitamin in the United States. And he also, 50 years ago, created the world's first plant-based protein supplement made with soy lecithin. So if you look back at 1915, which is a whole long time ago, to 2016, there have been lots of different products and lots of wonderful innovations. Shaklee's always about research and science. It is never based on fads, and that is one thing that we are very grateful for. You may notice that there are companies just popping up all over the place, and they do not have the incredible history and science and technology that they pay people for over $7 billion and just are always here and always here to help. So we just are very honored and blessed to be with Shaklee and partner with them. And there is Dr. Shaklee, and there is Roger Barnett, and he bought the company about 12 years ago, and he is taking Dr. Shaklee's vision into the future, and he is quite an amazing man, and we're so proud to have him as our CEO and chairman, and looking forward to the future of our businesses together. Elizabeth?
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Mom, for that wonderful introduction. So just to kind of piggyback off what Mom said, Shaklee is just really founded on the importance of purity and safety and not harming the planet and really going beyond organic. And organic is really just kind of a definition or a type of growing method, but it doesn't necessarily ensure purity. So Shaklee is just very committed to conducting over 100,000 quality tests. They screen for 350 contaminants, pesticides, and impurities. So we can trust Shaklee for our family, for my children all use Shaklee and take Shaklee products. So knowing their commitment to purity and safety just makes it wonderful to know that I can share with my family, and it makes me comfortable with sharing it with my friends and family and other people that I love as well. So I'm grateful for that commitment. And of course, their science and research, they truly have clinical studies, published papers, over 120 published papers in scientific presentations, and then their products have over 70 patents and patents pending, meaning delivery systems that are making sure the vitamins go to the right place at the right time. There's a patent on that. They just want to make sure that that they've just got, top-notch, wonderful products that you can really only find at Shaklee. And one of the really cool things is that Shaklee not only is loved by families like ours, but it's also loved by Olympians and astronauts. And over 137 gold, silver, and bronze medals have been awarded to Shaklee Olympian athletes. So I think that's a pretty cool attribute that we've got those that love Shaklee. And of course, our vitamins have been to space. Commander Mark Kelly took them up Endeavour in 2011. So just some neat little things about our company. So again, Shaklee is safe, is proven effective, but it's also backed by 100% guarantee. So Shaklee is truly committed behind every single product and wants them to be effective, and they guarantee it. So anything that doesn't make you feel better or do what it says that it's intended to do, return it an empty box back. Just wonderful. Oh, is that you? Yes.
So y'all can see our little sheets at the bottom. Some of these slides will have our names at the very bottom of them because it's very challenging to remember who's doing what when you're doing in combination with somebody else. But better health absolutely starts with healthy weight. And one of the questions that a lot of us asked when they came out with a 180 is why they were talking about 180 so much in Shaklee at the corporation level. And one of the things that we discovered through the help of the scientists was that so many things, as you can see here in the bubbles, center around having a healthy weight. Because as we discovered in our family and with a lot of our friends and Shaklee brothers and sisters, is that once people lose weight, their blood work began to change. They got off of medications. They started feeling better. Their joints started feeling better. Their brain fog kind of went away, and their energy level picked up. And their heart, like Jim, his heart got much better and healthier. And liver, hair, everything is just surrounded. So if you can lose 15 pounds, and then you can considerably change your health. But then, depending on how much you need to lose, it can really significantly impact your health, and that is so important. So now we know why having a healthy weight is vital. So there's a new Shaklee 180 study, and it's the longest and largest study on the combination of exercise and the Shaklee 180 meal program and its effect on weight loss and body composition. And you can see the results here. The study confirmed that Shaklee 180 plus exercise was more effective than exercise alone. You may hear people say, oh, I'm just going to exercise and that'll do the trick. Well, this study was great in showing how all this affects it. So the subjects on the program for 6 months lost an average of 14 pounds of excess body fat. Remember, it doesn't say muscle, it says fat, and more than 3 inches off their hips. So who doesn't want to transform their body size? And that's what happened to me, and I'll tell you a bit about it when I get to my story. But 14 pounds of body fat occupies the same volume as 14 one-pound boxes of butter. Experienced significant improvement in blood pressure and glucose control as a result of weight loss. And that's what we were just talking about, how that weight loss can affect so many of your health factors. Great study. And at the bottom, it tells you a little bit more about the study. Well, yeah, this picture kind of makes me happy and sad. It's just, I look at this and then I think 4 years ago, we transformed our body size, our shape, how we felt, our health, everything. I mean, when Jim and I now go in to see the doctor, our labs are always perfect. And Jim is on 0 medicines, and he had been on some, and you may know his story. Some of you may not, but I'm happy to share that another time. But just so proud of him. He lost about 50 pounds. And you can see right there in that picture. I mean, I was struggling telling him, and he was kind of one of those men who's like, he looks in the mirror, he's like, I've got muscles and, I'm fit and trim and feel great. But he really didn't realize until he saw this picture what a huge difference it was. For me, I lost 4 pant sizes. I lost about 25 pounds, and that didn't seem significant to me. But when I went from needing a size 12, which I refused, I put my foot down and said, I've never been in a 12. I never want to be in a 12. That's when Jim and I both, about 6 years ago, just said, you know what, we really need to lose this weight and feel better and do all that. So here we are, 4 years later, still at the same sizes and happy. I love my skinny jeans. Elizabeth.
And you look cute in your skinny jeans.
Oh, thank you. And you look amazing here. Wow.
Yeah, so I have a wonderful health transformation story myself. So I grew up an athlete, and I used to think I was too skinny as a kid. And then once I stopped competitive diving and went to college, I put on some weight. And I really kind of continued to go up and down and fluctuate in my weight as a young adult. And then I got married and started having children. And, I would kind of bounce in between a couple of numbers. And after I had my third child, my baby boy, about a year after I had him, I really reached a number that I had never seen before on the scales. And I was in a size 14. I had never, ever worn a size 14. And so after, seeing mom and dad have such great transformations on the 180, I was like, okay, I gotta do this. I'm done having babies. Like, I really need to get myself in shape and to be healthy for 3 kids. Plus they require a lot of energy, and I didn't have a whole lot of that. So, so I went on the 180, and I had, when I first started it, I kind of started it like the Elizabeth Burke plan. And then once I really followed the 180 plan, the way it was scientifically designed, with 2 meals of either the shake or the bar and then a healthy dinner, then the weight really just started, and the inches really started to kind of just shed off. And so I actually lost 30 pounds and went down to a size 8, and I'm almost 2 years later, and I'm still in a size 8. So that's what is so important. I feel like more important than losing the 30 pounds was that after I lost it, I didn't continue to go up and down. I have really just maintained it. Every now and then I'll put on a few pounds because I've, been through the holidays, or I've been through Italy, or, it happens, but it's just a few pounds, and I know exactly what I need to do to get it right off. Thanks to kind of this whole change in my body and in our lifestyle, our healthy lifestyle. My husband also lost 30 pounds, and he is now in the muscle building phase, which Shaklee is good for that as well. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that and why the Shaklee 180 program is different than other programs. So you want to move to the next one? Yes. So why most diets fail. A lot of people really do a wonderful job of losing weight, and then it just is like a cycle. They lose it and put it back on, lose it and put it back on. And it just becomes this kind of yo-yo effect of dieting. And the problem with that too is that you lose the weight, but most likely when you put the weight back on, you put on about 5 more pounds than you had before. And so just a gradual kind of increase. And most diets, when you lose weight, you're losing muscle. And muscle is most important for metabolism, and so just so many other things. But in losing weight, that's kind of the key factor. And so Shaklee really focuses on making sure that you retain muscle, and that's why you don't necessarily continue that cycle. So again, the Shaklee 180 program is designed to help you burn the fat and keep the muscle. We have lots of wonderful tools to help you figure out, a plan for your weight loss goal, healthy meals, healthy smoothie recipes, which I love, a way to track your progress. And then we also have a Shaklee 180 support group. as well that we run forever. It's just a wonderful, great kind of group to be a participant in as well. So that is, you can go on to the next slide. So, when you're thinking about what is a healthy weight, we in society, we kind of have a different, or maybe I should say Hollywood, we have a different view on what is a healthy weight. It's, the stick thin models, and that's just not, that is not truly what a healthy weight is. And so, figuring out, your BMI, that's a great way to really kind of assess where you are. Our wonderful health print, if you're not familiar with that, allows you to put in some information, and it does calculate that for you as well, based on your height and weight. So that's kind of a good way to see where you are. It's not the only way, but it's certainly a good way that you kind of can assess where you are and where a healthy weight range is for you and your body type, because we all have different body shapes and styles, and some of us are tall and some of us are short. So, not everybody needs to weigh 100 pounds. So, all right, you can move to is that this one still me? Yes. Okay. So, one of the things about the 180 program is that it is a meal replacement program, but it's also about learning changes, learning healthy changes. And so, we really kind of all as a family looked at what we were doing, getting more exercise, eating healthier. I think about like way back in the day, like Travis used to make sweet tea all the time. He used to fry a lot of food. And now, he fried pork chops the other night. And I'm like, well, this kind of takes me back. But we haven't had something fried like that in a long time that he has cooked. So it's just been great to have his support and to really kind of change our whole family's outlook. And of course, exercise is a big key, even if it's 20 minutes. A lot of us are running around busy. You may not have an hour to go to the gym, but you certainly can find 20 minutes to do some exercising, to get moving, and those small changes can really make a big difference.
I know they absolutely can. You're right, Elizabeth, and y'all look amazing. Increase your energy and feel healthier in 7 days. Raise your hand if that's important to you. We love the new Healthy Cleanse. It is not, this is something you would do once or twice a year. It's a great program, and Jim and I've done it, and we're happy to share it with anybody. I just kind of want to briefly go through it so it's there. And sometimes when you need to lose weight, especially if you've got a lot to lose and you've really been on a yucky diet, and you're not used to eating a lot of whole fruit, foods and vegetables and things like that, then you might want to consider doing this Healthy Cleanse. It gets you off to a really great start. And it'll increase your focus, your energy, and you'll just feel better in 7 days. Pretty amazing. These are the products that it entails. The Optiflora, the probiotic, the liver detox. So you're going to detox. Alfalfa also helps you, and Herblax. All of those just cleanse and detox. Get rid of those toxins out of your body, and then you're ready to start on a 180 in a more effective way. So here is what we're talking about. You reset to eliminate cravings and eat healthy. So within 7 days, so you restore, detoxify, and you help maintain a healthy digestive balance. You'll support your healthy digestion. It helps increase your focus and your energy. It helps improve your sleep. Who doesn't want to sleep better, right? And it helps with your hunger management. So if you've been away, like we went to Florida and we didn't eat so well, and I couldn't wait to get back to vegetables, but I noticed that we'd had a little extra sugar than we normally do. And so I don't know how many of you have that happen, but occasionally it's like, I really want something sweet. And then maybe you say it too much, like every night, like, where's my dessert? Some people will do that even. I've done that in the past. I grew up, we had desserts after every meal. So if you want to get rid of that, this really helps. And it includes a complete step-by-step guide. And we can help you through that if that's something you want to do. And it just helps the foods that you want to eat are, of course, the raw fruits and vegetables and proteins, and see the smoothies for hunger management, and the healthy oils and all those good things that are good for us. The foods that you avoid on this that you wouldn't necessarily avoid on the 180 would be nuts and, of course, candies and caffeine and things like that. Okay?
Yeah, so that was, that's the cleanse. It might be a great way to really kind of start a healthy focus. But the Shaklee 180 program is, really designed more of a long-term kind of approach to whatever your weight loss goal is, whereas the cleanse is just kind of a short-term thing. So again, the Shaklee 180 program is powered by leucine, which is an amino acid, and it helps you retain and muscle mass, which helps boost your metabolism. And so that's really the way, the weight that you need to, the pounds that you want to take off, or the inches. We call it an inch loss program because you really lose more inches than you do pounds, because muscle, a pound of muscle or a pound of fat, it's, so you want to have more muscle than kind of, a lot of people who lose weight quickly on diets is because they're losing the fat and muscle. And so that's one thing that we really make sure people understand, that it's important to take your inches before you start this program, because you really will see a big difference.
Yeah, just looking at those two shapes, you can really tell, can't you? 150 pounds, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So the Shaklee 180 products include, we have our delicious snack chips. Those, we have barbecue and sea salt. Those are very yummy. We have an energizing tea. We have the metabolic boost, which is just a natural way to boost your metabolism. We have the delicious snack bars that are loved by myself, always in my purse, and my kids are always looking for them as well. We have the meal bars, which come in chocolate and peanut butter and blueberry, and then the white cinnamon, and they are yummy, and they are filling, and they also were in my purse, and it kept me from going to Chick-fil-A. It was amazing. I mean, I still love my Chick-fil-A, but it really was so beneficial for me when I was doing the program to track what I was doing and educate myself that going to Chick-fil-A is like 1,000 calories. It's not really a good way to have lunch. So the meal bars are just delicious. And then we also have the Life Shake. So some people do it with the Life Shake as breakfast and lunch, but you can also do a bar for lunch if you prefer to do that. So I would do a breakfast smoothie. I have been doing that since I was 16 years old. They're the best breakfast in town. And then I would do the meal bar for lunch. So, and the great thing, I hope y'all can still hear me. I just got a connection unstable pop up. But the great thing is that we, in our Life Shakes and our meal bars and the snack bars, we use non-GMO soy protein, and of course, no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or preservatives added. They're gluten-free, so if you have a gluten sensitivity or if you have celiac, then you can use any of these. And they're also low glycemic as well. And of course, powered by leucine, which is that amino acid which helps you. So it's a simple, I mean, it really is a simple program. I mean, I'm a mom of 3. I've got, my business. I am running from ballet to gymnastics, maybe too many times today on accident, but that's a whole other story. But it's just, I needed an easy to follow program, and this one is very easy. So you have a Life Shake, or you can have a meal bar. I think the blueberry ones are better in the morning. I'm not keen on having chocolate and peanut butter for breakfast, but you may be. You have one of the metabolic boost. You can have a healthy snack, or you can have one of the snack bars. And then the tea, the energizing tea is wonderful. We like the pomegranate is my favorite. And it's just a wonderful healthy alternative to coffee or sodas if you're addicted to sodas, and just much healthier drink. And then, which is powered by white, red, and green teas. And then for lunch, you would have another smoothie, or you could have a meal bar, plus another metabolic boost. And then you'd have an afternoon snack, either snack bar or healthy snack, and then you would have a healthy dinner. And we have lots of healthy dinner recipes. So we're here to help with that. And then you would also have another metabolic boost. Is this still me? Okay, yes. So the Life Energizing Shake is really kind of the foundation for so many things. I mean, it's something that you can take even if you're not looking to lose weight. It's just a wonderful, jam-packed with nutrition, delicious, best breakfast in town, in my opinion. And it's just wonderful. But it is a protein-rich shake that honestly keeps you full and satisfied. It has 16 grams of proprietary ultra-pure plant-based non-GMO protein. That is a mouthful. Again, powered by that leucine. It's got a combination of prebiotics and 1 billion of CFU of patented probiotics. And the probiotics and prebiotics help support your immune system. So many wonderful benefits of having those probiotics. And then it also contains the omega-3s, which are wonderful for heart and brain health. So just great nutrition throughout the day. And again, as a Shaklee member and using the 180 program, you have access to meal plans, portion control guidelines, healthy recipes, lifestyle tips, fitness regimens designed by our Shaklee Olympians. And again, you have the support of our team as well.
Awesome. You did a great job.
Thank you.
I love all the tools and everything that Shaklee gives us. I mean, when Elizabeth and I started 9 years ago, we had great tools, but now we're just in abundance of tools. I mean, so beautiful images, beautiful tools to help everybody. Shaklee's doing an amazing job making our business, our lives so much easier. We have this wonderful, beautiful blog now called Naturally, and I love getting those emails and subscribing to those and getting recipes and all kinds of interesting things every single day. So that's a great tool and good information for everybody. So here's what a healthy meal looks like. A lot of people ask me this. You know, you can tell some people are really struggle with that. So here, you know, we have, like Elizabeth said, we've got great recipes, menus, all that kind of stuff. But here's what it looks like. So you want to have 1/2 to 1 cup of whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, whole grain, or gluten-free pasta. You want to have 4 to 6 ounces of protein, free-range chicken or pork, grass-fed beef, which we love, wild-caught salmon. It's hard to find. That's why those omegas are so important to take. Tofu, if you like tofu, beans and legumes. Isn't that a beautiful plate? It's just gorgeous. I know. Unlimited veggies. So you can have as many veggies as you want to. Focus on all those beautiful colors of the rainbow. Lots of greens, reds, and oranges. The darker the color, the better. Fill your at least half of your plate with those veggies. And when Jim and I went on the 7-day cleanse that I was talking about earlier, we ate a lot of vegetables. And Jim is not a huge fan of vegetables, but we really came up with some great options and ways to eat them. And once we got used to that after 7 days, it was like, wow, we really love eating vegetables now. Also, they say pick a healthy fat, and that would be 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil or olive oil-based dressing, 1/4 of an avocado, or 1/8 cup of shredded cheese. Who doesn't love cheese, right, Elizabeth? And here's some more clean eating tips. In the basket list, as they call it. What is clean eating? Clean eating focuses on whole, unprocessed foods and can help you optimize your health. So clean eating can be adapted to fit any dietary preference or requirement, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, paleo, gluten-free, or dairy-free, etc. There are all kinds of free things in this and that, aren't there? But here's some more tips to choose the whole natural foods. Go around the perimeter of the grocery store. All that processed food is in the center, right? And choose whole grains like we just talked about. Fill your half of your plate with fresh veggies. Combine the protein with carbs to stay fuller. Try to steam, bake, grill, like Elizabeth was saying, the fried stuff has got to go bye-bye. And just avoid all the processed sugars and refined food. And think about in your shopping guide when you're making your list, it's a great idea before you go to the store to make a list. Jim and I are really not good about that, but we love staying around the fresh fruits and vegetables and go over there. And we just like, these all look beautiful. Let's get these. And we try very hard to stay with the organic, especially with the Dirty Dozen, and we can get you that list if you're interested. And then there's the clean products that are better, that don't have as many pesticides on them. And then there are the healthy fats. So you're talking about seafood. Use natural sweeteners such as agave nectar. We really like our local honey. We get the grade B organic maple syrup. That's got the most nutrients in it of all. Molasses. I mean, Jim grew up on biscuits, which isn't so good, but he grew up on molasses, and that's very healthy. And then stevia is a great alternative, and you'll notice that Shaklee uses the natural stevia. Beverages, almond milk, unsweetened, of course. Coconut milk, also unsweetened. Coffee, herbal tea, our Shaklee 180 tea. I mean, water and lemon water are just some of our favorites. And then the raw and unsalted seeds would be sunflower, sesame, pumpkin, chia, hemp, flax, and quinoa as great suggestions. So we want to get rid of the high sugar, high caloric, high fat culprits that are standing between us and that healthy diet and our healthier selves. And so if you're used to having those, here's some suggestions to substitute. So instead of having sugary cereal, you can have high fiber, low sugar cereal. And really with our smoothies, Elizabeth, I don't eat cereal anymore. Maybe at night I'll get some healthy granola that we get from the health food store and put some.
Put it in my yogurt and some plain and simple.
Yeah, great. And then instead of packaged potato chips, remember nobody can eat just one, so stay away from them. Raw almonds are a great alternative. And white bread, go to 100% whole grain. And we use, I don't use bread much anymore. And Jim used to love bread, and he doesn't get it as much anymore. But if we do, we get gluten-free. And then blended vegetable oil, if you're using that, switch to olive oil. Coconut oil is also really good. If you're used to having sugary snacks, we've got great options with Shaklee snack bars and meal bars. Also, you can do fruits, apples, bananas, berries, the ones that I would pick the fruits that have the least amount of sugar in them, and you can get that list by Googling it. And then fresh, if you're used to processed foods, then use fresh foods. Homemade salsa is amazing. We use avocados, fresh avocados, and mix it with our Green Wise, which is organic salsa that we get. Mix them together and add a little lime juice or lemon juice and salt, and it's the best dip ever. You can use that even for your veggies or your Shaklee 180 crisps, right, Elizabeth?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, so that is part of one of the tools that we have is like a pantry makeover. And so it's just really great suggestions, and that's just a great place to really start in going through your pantry and exchanging with some of those healthier alternatives. So, this right here is, depending on what your goal is, we're really kind of here to help you, whatever it is. And the Shaklee Vitalizing Plan is just another way to get healthier. It includes the wonderful Life Shake, and it also includes our Vitalizer, which is our multivitamin, multi-strip, I should say, not multivitamin, it's just your daily strip. It includes a multivitamin plus many other things as well, including your omegas and another more of that probiotics as well, which are just a wonderful, healthier option. So I mentioned how important exercise is. And, so many people I hear say, I just don't have time to exercise. And, to be honest, we all have time. We just need to make time and fit it in, whether it's 5 minutes, here, 5 minutes there, and I try to get like a total of 20 minutes. But some of the things too that really help with getting the most out of exercise is making sure that you do stay consistent. Don't ever go more than 3 days without exercising. You know, if you can exercise at least 2.5 hours every week, you know, that's kind of recommended amount, but certainly can do more than that. But make sure you're increasing your heart rate. Lifting weights is wonderful, especially as we get older. The muscle helps protect our bones, and it's just wonderful to make sure we keep that that lean body mass, and it's a great thing to do. So make sure that you are supplementing with wonderful vitamins. Shaklee, of course, has those available that we all love and take daily. And you know, if you're not used to exercising, it's important to really kind of start slow. Don't go and say, I'm going to run a marathon next weekend. You know, really just kind of gradually make it a habit. And once you make it a habit, you really won't stop, because you'll realize how much better you feel when you do exercise. Okay, so the turnaround kit, Shaklee has conveniently put this into a wonderful package for you to get started. It is really kind of the first stop on this journey to better health. It includes 59 meals along with that yummy tea that we talked about, and you can choose between the green tea or pomegranate. And then you get some of the snack bars as well, and you also get the metabolic boost. So it's just a great kit. So if you're ready to get started, that's just a great plan and program to get you on your way. And you know, we're just about done here. And you know, one of, I think, the most important things for you to do before starting a weight loss journey is to really kind of do an assessment of where you are on your health. And Shaklee has created this wonderful tool for us called the Health Print, and it really just takes you about 5 minutes to answer about 20 questions, and you will get a wonderful report that will really give you kind of a whole picture of where you are in your health. You can also identify some of your top concerns, whether it is weight loss or heart health, or nutrition, and it will give you back resources on you know, whether articles or information on how to best address some of those top issues. And then it also will help by choosing what are your best products with Shaklee, and gives you a couple of recommendations. So we just invite you all to take part in that health print and to get your own kind of assessment on where you are in your health. And so we can share that link with you. I'm about to get a tickle, Mom.
One of the greatest things I love about it, yeah, take a sip of water. We don't want you choking on us. But
Sorry.
I love that with that special that Shaklee's running right now. So if you haven't done the health print, I highly recommend you do it. And if you've done it and not bought from one of the recommended packages, the advanced or the comprehensive, you can get like free shipping, you can get free membership for people who are not members, you can get a free product. It's just really great deals right now. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's still going, and it's really wonderful. We've had several people take advantage of it.
Yeah, so ask the person that invited you information about that.
Absolutely.
So the last thing that we want to share, and hopefully I can keep talking through this, you know, we talked about our Facebook group on that we have on for support with the 180, but we also have this really kind of special group called the Summer Shape Up that we're starting April 9th. And it will run through Memorial Day, and we are going to be providing a lot of great information and support. We'll share healthy meal recipes and snack ideas. By participating, you'll do 1 to 3 Shaklee meals per day, and then and I'll explain that in a second. And then we're going to do a pantry makeover together. We'll just walk you through that, Again, we'll have this kind of Facebook group for support. We're going to do daily devotionals. We're going to have some fun workout videos and tips, and would love for you all to join us. And then there's a couple of options on how to get started. And the best way is either through, again, that turnaround kit, through the Life Shakes, or we also have a turnaround starter kit that you can order as well. And so the first week we are going to do one Shaklee shake, and then you'll have 2 healthy meals. And then weeks 2 through 5, we're going to have 2 Shaklee meals. So a smoothie or a meal bar, and then, or 2 smoothies, and then a healthy dinner. And then week 3, we're going to run a 5-day reset. And that is 3 shakes a day. And we will offer a lot more information and details about that. So we hope that you will join us, and we'll be glad to talk with you more if you have further questions. Mom, I'm going to let you turn it over because I'm about to have a
Okay. All right. We're so glad you all came. I'm going to end the recording right now. And then if you have questions, you're welcome to ask them in the chat box, and I can